Good evening and welcome to the second Sunday Songwriter series. This is our fifth time doing this series online. Can you believe that? How the time is flying as it drags by. And today, as you may have noticed, we have a new time. Not only that, we also have a new format. Let me tell you about it. You may remember in previous months we started the program at 5 p.m., beginning with the first hour of our open mic section, which was followed by the presenting of two featured artists, each of whom played a set of several songs, and then we closed the show with a further hour of open mic. Well, starting today, we're moving away from the featured artist hour, and we're featuring exclusively, as I was turning up my volume just now, I got a message from Dolly, so I'm just waiting to see if I get the thumbs up. See, we're going live. That format hasn't changed. We are still live, and anything and everything can absolutely and probably will happen. So, as I said, starting today, we're moving away from the featured artist hour, and we're going to exclusively feature the individual videos that have been submitted for the show. Some of those videos feature songwriters performing their own songs, and some feature non-songwriters performing covers. Some even feature songwriters who are choosing to present a cover rather than play their own song. We're happy to have all of those variations today. Even though the show is called Second Sunday Songwriter Series, and although, as I said, not everyone is performing a song they've written, as our fearless leader at Divine Rebel Music, Dolly Ramirez, remarked this afternoon, we can still call it a songwriter series because even if an artist is not showcasing his, her, or their own song, the artist is still showcasing a song that was written by somebody. Unless it was written by a computer. We don't want those kind of songs. Please, not yet. Maybe sometime in the future. So it is indeed a songwriter series. We've also undergone a name change. The series is now called the Second Sunday Songwriter Series, a Showcase. Why the name change, you might ask? Or you might possibly ask, what do you mean name change? Isn't that what it was called before? Well, almost. Very close. It was actually called Second Sunday Songwriter Series and Open Mic. But we found the level of talent participating in this series over the past few months to be of such a high caliber that calling it an open mic seemed like somewhat of a misnomer. Not that we don't often see great artists performing at open mics, because absolutely we do, all the time. In fact, at many Divine Rebel Music events, back in the days, you might remember when we could all physically get together for a show at a public place, many of our performers previously featured as headliners often came back to perform at open mics at subsequent shows. So the open mics have generally been of a very high quality, and because that trend has spilled into our virtual shows online, we thought it more appropriate to name the show Second Sunday Songwriter Series, a Showcase. So welcome to our show, which for many of you is also your show. And we'd like to thank everyone who submitted a video and also everyone who tuned in today. We're going to get started in a moment, but first, there's a couple of announcements. As you know, Divine Rebel Music survives on tips. I work with them also, obviously. Put on a lot of great shows online, and this songwriter series, Second Sunday Songwriter Series, as it's now known, a showcase, is no exception. It's always a great show. It brings the community together. But of course, it does cost something to put on, because StreamYard, it's a platform. It's a software that Dolly and JJ actually licensed, and it's not cheap. It actually costs to rent that for a year, and of course the work that's been put in by everybody involved in this too is worth something. So if you feel like donating something, that would really be a wonderful thing. Tipping, as Dolly said, is not just for cows, but as we should add, it's not for cows either. So don't tip any cows. If you want to tip anything, tip at the tip jars that are going to come up in your comments. And if you'd like to submit a video for the monthly showcase, as we're now calling it, please go to divinerebelmusic.com/showcase. And you can also join the mailing list for upcoming shows at divinerebelmusic.com, or follow us on social media platforms at Divine Rebel Music. You can also, and this is kind of exciting and important, if you're open to it, subscribe to our YouTube channels. Now, Divine Rebel Music, there's youtube.com/Divine Rebel Music, come out on your screens right there. And the other one is youtube.com/Owen Dara. And that's actually my YouTube channel. And what we're trying to do is reach 1,000 subscribers, because if we reach 1,000 subscribers on each of our channels, we're going to be able to stream these shows on our channels, and we're going to be able to monetize. So you have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers in order to be able to monetize your channel, and then we may not be asking you for tips. So it is to your own benefit to subscribe to our YouTube channels, and we would very, very much appreciate it. So again, it's youtube.com/Divine Rebel Music, youtube.com/Owen Dara, and Dolly's going to put them there in the comments, as she usually does, and please click and subscribe, and we really do appreciate it so much. And as I said, Divine Rebel Music put on many shows, and one of them is Songs and Sit-Downs that we do every Monday night, and it really has been a wonderful show, and that is down to our guests. Our guests have just been fantastic, and tomorrow night is no exception. We have Lee Ross, who started out as a mime artist and a street performer. He traveled the globe performing on the street. Then he got a job as one of the lead mime clowns, the lead mime clown in a Cirque du Soleil show. And he toured with them for 3 years. And he's also a producer and a writer of multiple movies. And he's just such an interesting guy and such a great guy to have a chat with. So that's going to be very interesting tomorrow night. And then our featured musical artist tomorrow night on Songs and Sit-Downs is the Rose Valley Thorns. And they are just wonderful. If you've seen them live, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And they're going to be playing live for us tomorrow night on Songs and Sit-Downs. And that show starts at 7 p.m. So please do come back for that. We're going to move on to this show now. And it's going to be a great couple of hours of music. We've got great videos lined up for you. We got great artists submitting their videos, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to start off right now with our first artist, and this is Carol MacArthur, Pull the Stone Up.
Hi, this is Carol MacArthur doing a little song for Dolly Ramirez open mic. And this is a Richie Havens tune called Pulling Up the Stone. To pull the stone up, it takes believing to change directions. To tell the truth is what they fear. All of us here can change tomorrow to have a vision. We all must stand still, simple decision. What they fear. All of us here can change today. Be who you are. Be who you are. Be who you are. Say what you're feeling. Say what you're feeling, to let the stone down means we are failing, to let the truth be ever revealing, to stop the slavery we all feel. Now.
Thank you. That was Carol MacArthur, Pull Up the Stone, as she said, a Richie Havens song. Very nice. Thank you so much, Carol, for submitting that video. We hope to see a lot more of you in the future. And coming up after Carol, we have a regular performer who's been a featured artist with Divine Rebel Music before and has also submitted to our previous open mics, which we are now calling a showcase. He's a wonderful gentleman, writes some great lyrics, and he's accompanied today by Esther Clark. This is James Houlihan with Esther Clark. The song is called The Fallen Tree Song.
Dear little bird on high, please bend to hear my cry. This old oak tree has fallen on me. Go tell the world what you see. Go tell the world what you see. Oh, my wings are good and strong, and I will sing a song from noon till night, from every height. I'll tell the world of thee. I'll tell the world of thee. Pray fly as storm clouds come, and I hear the thunder drum, and I cannot last or held down fast beneath this heavy tree, beneath this heavy tree. With a heavy heart I fly through stormy bands of sky, but I'm faint to speak, though I grow weak, to tell the world of thee, to tell the world of thee. Now tell what word you've brought. Dear bird is rescue sought. In this cold and chill, my heart grows still. Pray have you news for me. Pray have you news for me. Well, I flew both far and wide. From every perch I cried, but there was not a one who said he'd come to end your misery, to end your misery. Oh, woe is lonesome me to face death's honesty, and alone with you I wish I knew a song to make me free, a song to make me free. Come join your voice with mine and sing with a heart sublime, a verse that spins through stormy winds, in love with eternity, in love with eternity. In moonlit shadows soft, a song was born aloft. Through heavy snow the winds did blow, a hopeful melody, a hopeful melody.
Another hopeful melody from James Houlihan. Wonderful, featuring Esther Clark and a little kitty in the background there, who I wonder if the kitty noticed that they were singing about a bird. Maybe, maybe not. The Fallen Tree Song. And the Fallen Tree Song is actually about a man who's trapped under a fallen tree in the woods in the middle of winter. And he calls out for a bird to help. And the song is their conversation. How creative. Wonderful. Thank you so much, James and Esther. We really do appreciate it. And up next, we have a regular who we always enjoy hearing. This is Christy Gordon with Forever Young.
God bless you and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung, and then you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young.
In the beginning it was not so bad. Kept moving on with what you had. Now it's a long, long road. Not so bad. It's a long road. Made up my mind when I was 23. Time would never get the jump on me, and I'm so bone tired. Made up my mind, I'm so tired. Look up ahead, we haven't got there yet. You done it right, you have no regrets, and it's a cold, dark night. Done it right, it's a cold night.
Wow, excellent as always. Dr. William Lieneberg, who is actually a doctor. So we should not only listen to him and his music, we should listen to him because that's what sane people do. We listen to doctors in times such as these. Thank you. Somehow those two songs that we just heard, Christy Gordon's and Dr. Blues, songs were somehow related. We had Forever Young, and then we had Long Road, somebody who's bone tired, somehow related. I'd like to lean towards Christie's more, but I think it's too late for me for that, as it is for many of us. But that is the journey of life. Wouldn't go back if I could. Loved both of those songs. Of course, Christy Gordon's song, Forever Young, written by the great Bob Dylan, and beautiful, beautiful guitar work. And as one of the comments said, the first time we've heard Christy sing, Christy actually submitted, I think it was Danny Boy on the guitar when I first heard her during this series. And what a wonderful guitar player to hear her sing along with that. And to have those breaks, instrumentals and everything, just beautiful work. And of course, Dr. Blues, I believe that's the first time I've heard William play the saxophone, so it's a first for many today. And that was Long Road. As William said, or Dr. Blues said, it's a long road, we haven't got there yet, but we will. Wise words from Dr. Blues. Thank you so much to both of you. And up next, we have a regular performer who I always love seeing, and this is a song that I believe I haven't heard yet. It's a song called Sail On Sister, and this is by Brooks Taylor.
Hello, everybody. I hope this finds everyone in good form. So I hear this August, this little roundup is about hope. So I've got one for you. This is a fairly new one, but it's certainly about hope. It's about awareness. And it's called Sail On Sister. You asked me to bring you happiness. You asked me to bring you hope. Wanted me to change your world, you know, but you never got on the boat. Twisting rivers get you nowhere. Walked on many a tight road. Brought some light into your darkness. Reeled you in, kept you afloat. Sail on, sister. Point your compass high. Sail on, sister. You live, or you die. The paper's blowing down the alley. Bums trying hard to beat the heat. Just waiting for the morning. One more day out in the streets. Hold a hand and take a lesson. Love's a cure when knee deep. Look into the eyes of strangers, paradise, and those we meet. Sail on, sister. Yeah, you're never all alone. Sail on, sister. Then point your compass home. sister. Yeah, you were born to roam. Sail on, sister, then point your compass home. Yeah, sail on, sister. Yeah, you're never all alone. Sail on, sister, then point your compass home.
Hello, Divine Rebels. It's Nalini Lazarowitz here in Los Angeles. Along with the theme of hope this month, I'm going to play a song called Hold On. I wrote this for a gentleman I met in New York City. His family was in a refugee camp in a war zone, and this was my way of letting them know that they're not alone. Ba-da-da-ya-da-da-da. Ooh. On a tightrope looking down, you've lost touch with solid ground. You have to reach so deep inside to find a place where hope resides. You've gotta hold on. There's a hand there, you will find it. And even though you feel you're drifting through darkness, over yonder, there's a light there. My new friend felt so alone, his wife and child too far from home. At first I called them refugees, till he told their names to me. You gotta hold on. There's a hand there, you will find it. And even though you feel you're drifting through darkness, over yonder, there's a light there. Ba-da-ya-da, I heard stories from the war, peeked behind the broken doors. We helped repair some battered frames. Our hearts will never be the same. You gotta hold on. There's a hand there, you will find it. And even though you feel you're drifting through darkness, over yonder, there's a light there, over there in the air. Hello, Dolly, JJ, Owen. Miss you guys. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Nalini Lazarowitz. We miss you too. Always enjoy seeing you. Nalini, writing these socially conscious and heartfelt songs as always. She's got this great song out called Wings, which she wrote the music for, based on a poem by C. David Hay. And you got to check out the video for that. It's done by some filmmakers, I believe, in Nashville who did John Prine's, some of John Prine's videos. And thank you so much, Nalini, a friend of Divine Rebel Music. You know, I believe when she first met Dolly and JJ, because Nalini is a tall person. If you know her, she's a tall woman, and she looked at Dolly, who's, you know, I don't want to say what height Dolly is, but not a tall woman, shall we put it that way? And JJ, who's probably 6'2", and she looked at Dolly and she looked at JJ and she said, "Another waste of a tall man." And apparently that was their first interaction. So they've been friends ever since, and always love hearing you. Thank you. And I love the comments that are coming up. I don't get to comment back because of the StreamYard. I'm not on Facebook, I'm on the StreamYard, so I see these comments go by, and I'm like, oh, I want to comment back, but I can't, because first of all, I'm kind of at the ready, and second of all, I can't stream my phone on Facebook and also stream this because my interconnection, well, I've got Spectrum. What more can I say? And so the comments that were coming up, I love the geeking out between Jimmy Yamagishi and Christy Gordon about the Australian guitar, a Maton, right? I'm assuming, because that's Tommy Emmanuel's brand. And I actually have a Maton that I got in Australia many years ago. And I actually have never met anybody else here with a Maton. So Christy, you and I, when all this happens and we get together at a gig, we'll be like, hey, look at this, how exciting. And also Toby Simmons, who tuned in, thank you for saying hi, and Randy Miller for your comment, and all the comments that have been coming in. Dave Clausen, I know, is with us. I saw a comment earlier. And of course, Scott Memmer is with us, and of course Divine Rebel Music is with us. At least I hope Dolly and JJ are still there. I see them commenting, and I always say that I believe, maybe sometimes they just start the whole thing and then they just skip off somewhere, but pretty soon we're going to be cutting to them and having a chat with them, so hold out for that. Now, of course, before Nalini, we had Brooks Taylor, and when I first met Brooks Taylor, oh, there's Brooks too, Let's Geek. Well, let me tell you the story, and I've told this before, so Brooks has heard this. First time I met Brooks was we were out at Far West, and it was maybe like 2 in the morning, and there was like a jam session, and Michael McNevin was leading the jam session, and Michael McNevin, as we know, is just out of this world singer-songwriter. And so he led and he started, and I was like, oh, this guy's like really good. And I thought, well, at least I don't have to follow him because it's kind of a song circle. So then the next person was Brooks Taylor, and I'd never heard Brooks before, and he sang, and I forget the song that he did, but I think it was a blues number. And it was really good, and everyone joined in, and I was like, oh my God, we're talking like seriously high caliber people here. And then at least I don't have to follow him because there's 2 or 3 people in between. And for whatever reason, Michael turns and said, I think Owen should do a song, and points to me, and I have to follow first Michael, then Brooks, and then, I'm telling you, it's a good thing that windows at hotel rooms don't open, because I would have shot right out that window. Anyway, 2 lovely people and great artists that we just heard. Check them both out online, and as Taylor said, that song is about awareness, which I think, as Brooks Taylor said, that song is about awareness, and as Nalini said, her song is about holding on and, getting through it for that person she wrote the song for. So thank you both for those songs. I know I'm chatting quite a bit, so we're going to move on. And another regular Divine Rebel Music, and somebody we always enjoy seeing, and who's a great character, a wonderful singer-songwriter. And here he is to present a song for us right now. This is Matt Bunson with Hey Dia.
You believe in art or a broken heart? Some things you ought to know. Hey dear, I know you all your life, seen you deal with strife, but I would never tell you so. You got like 900 friends on your MySpace page, but they got your name wrong and they missed your age. What's that band called that's all the rage in a time of the you might find yourself here? Hey dear, she's walking on her hands, been too foreign land. Is it someplace you wanna go? Hey dear, what movies make you laugh? Are you good at math? Well, there's some equations you should know. Well, who's taller now? Guess you lost that race. Where's that old guitar sitting in the case? Right inside there's a special place and a time of the year you might find yourself here. Yesterday or the day before, when the rain came down, who would keep you warm? People there like us who care, so you won't be alone. Hey dear, do you believe in God or the fire and wine? Some things you gotta know. Hey dear, I wanna smile, 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 smile from you. Yes I do. I know your life is a roller coaster, so glad you took down that good Charlotte poster. It ain't lost on me. It ain't lost on me. It ain't lost on me.
I'm running towards mercy. I'm looking for truth. I'm trying to find grace so I can give it to you. I'm running towards friendship. I'm looking for peace. Trying to find the love we all desperately need. I'm running towards kindness. I'm looking for strength to find common ground. Well, I'm not there yet. I'm running towards laughter, looking for release out of this anger. I still believe in his dream. I'm running towards change, a new vision to bring. Maybe a song won't just imagine with me. I'm running towards faith that there's good in us all. We've all got enough houses to throw a stone at 'em all. I'm running towards lightning to spark up a fire, to stand up together. Oh, sorry, I choir. I'm running towards mercy. I'm looking for truth. I'm trying to find grace so I can give it to you. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Laura Mears. And the timing is perfect because somebody just rang the doorbell. Hey, Jess, could you get the door? Thank you. Oh, well, yeah, you know what? I'll get the door. All right, I'm not wearing pants. You might find out. Hi there. Well? Oh, yeah, just a moment, please. Yeah, thank you. Do you mind? You can go this way.
Was it?
Well, somebody there with a... okay, it's a package
Live
delivery.
show!
It's so funny.
I know.
And that's so funny. So anyway, what are the odds? Two videos back to back, and right at the end of the video, the doorbell rings. All right, so there's a delivery that we weren't expecting, but there it is anyway. And the lovely Jessica is going to take care of it, and that is live shows for you there, ladies and gentlemen, and non-gender specific people, because we also have to include everybody. We're all inclusive here. And so Matt Bunson we had first of that couple of videos, and his song was called Hey Dia. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Dia actually happens to be the Gaelic word for God. So if you say Buekas le Dia, that means thanks be to God, which I would hear a lot of that growing up. So Dia, I'm curious actually from Matt where that name came from, and if it is in fact related to God. So that actually is the Gaelic word for God, and it's got the same spelling, D-I-A. Now you can catch Matt as it came up during his performance. He's doing 10 at 10 on September 6th, and I believe that's a Sunday, so it's 10 a.m. He's going to do 10 songs, and there's going to be a theme, and check that out, and you can find that at the Facebook Live at Divine Rebel Music. And after that, of course, we had the lovely and fantastic Laura Ramirez singing a song called Running Towards Mercy. I love the line in that says running towards lightning. Kind of feels like a lot of us are doing that right now. And maybe especially so with people like Laura, because she has kids. And an acknowledgement to all the people that have kids now, and you don't know if the kids are going back to school, and you're praying to Dia, please send my kids back to school. And so how she finds the time to continue her music and to send us a video each time, and she seems to get better each time. I enjoy seeing all of those. Okay, and Randy just put up, no, is that Randy Douglas Waite? It looks like Randy Miller in the photo. Okay, well, Douglas Waite. I used to have a roommate named Dia. Okay, well, this could be a whole conversation. By the way, an update. That's Jessica right there, taking care of the delivery. Thank you, Jessica. And actually, it's apt that Jessica appeared, because our next person, actually, I think he and Jessica have a thing going on behind my back. I'm not sure. What was I saying? I was saying something was apt, and I forget. Anyway, oh yes, Laura, an update. It's possibly Randy's cousin. It's definitely a relative. Oh, look at that. Okay, so Dolly's giving me updates, and an update that I should also tell you. Dolly is 5'2", so when I said I didn't know how tall she was, she confirmed that she's 5'2", and JJ's 6'2", and that's probably information you didn't need to have, and we shall move on. And as I said, every time that I hang out with this guy, or that Jessica has a communication with him, there's always kind of something like, she's like, oh, I miss Dave. Oh, it's Dave. I got to watch. So Jess in the other room now stealing the bandwidth, and she'll definitely be watching this one because it's Dave Clausen. And the song is called In Over My Heart.
I never thought I had a chance with you, in light of everything that I knew. You called me up out of the blue. We talked an hour or maybe two. Well, my eyes say yes, my mind says slow. I would make a move, but my spirit said no. My feet say run, they wouldn't start. It's too little too late. I'm in over my heart. You grew up as the girl next door. You were the ceiling, I was the floor. And by then you had cast your spell. I was a coin and you're wishing well. Well, my eyes say yes, my mind says slow. I would make a move, but my spirit said no. My feet say run, but they wouldn't start. It's too little too late. I'm in over my heart. I had my reservations. That became dinner for two, and I was filled with hesitation that was overcome by you. Well, my eyes say yes, my mind says slow. I would make a move, but my spirit said no. My feet say run, but they wouldn't start. It's too little, too late. I'm in over my heart. That's when I finally ran to you. There was nothing else I could do. You can't imagine my surprise while I was gazing into your eyes. Well, my eyes say yes, my mind said slow. I would make a move, but my spirit said no. My feet say run, but they wouldn't start. It's too little, too late. I'm in over my heart. Well, it's too little, too late. I'm in over my heart.
Because when you come face to face with love, the most courageous thing you can do is say yes.
10. Do it from the top.
Okay.
Wandering around this heartless town, restless and aching to write a letter to you, all about you, to say that I love you, but it's too soon to tell. In the haze of disguise, how can I exist in styles, signals and signs? Fire trucks racing to a scene far away. Everyone's racing to a scene far away. One girl town. Faces march by with artillery eyes, waging a new war called doubt. It raises the soldiers from the trenches of my echoing, battle-stained past. In this one girl town, one girl town, one girl town, and the rain keeps falling, and the sky is really blue.
dare a step forward. Cowards dismantle my courage. Seasoned destroyers and counterfeit friends. Turning around, a voice in the crowd is mine for the very first time. Pouring a sidewalk, freedom and fire, everything ending is where I begin. And the rain is falling, and the sky is really blue. One girl town, one girl town, one girl town, one girl town, one girl town.
Hey, hi there, everybody. I'm Mary Schindler, and I'm going to be singing A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's out there beyond the sky. Oh, and long time coming. It's been a long time, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother
Thank you, Mary Schindler, with A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. What a beautiful rendition of a song that hopefully is foreshadowing good things to come, a good change. Hopefully it bodes well for our future. And of course, before that, we had Licity Collins, One Girl Town, and you can check out Licity at licitycollins.com. I got to see her live last year at Far West, and as we know, Far West is cancelled this year, and who knows when it's going to come back. But I was really glad for that opportunity, and I think many people were moved by that song. And her message was, we all know that I know that we're all feeling this way lately, isolated. This song reminds us that in our isolation we can hear our own voice, and that voice gives us hope. So, beautiful message, Licity. Thank you so much. Beautiful song. And it's good to see a musician on stage with other musicians. It's going to come back. I know it is. Also, updates that have come in. If you missed the comments, I'm enjoying seeing these comments. Mary Schindler just said thanks there for all the love that's sent her way. Well deserved, of course. Earlier, you might have seen the comment that Nalini is 6'2", but she thinks she's shrinking. We should get these updates on everybody's height. I'm 6 feet, maybe a tiny bit over 6 feet. Scott and Dave, of course, were commenting about who was Jessica's sweetheart, which upset me a little bit. Scott Memmer and Dave Clausen. And Brooks says that Dolly is tall in other ways, which we definitely have to agree with. And Jimmy said Dave was better on Tuesday, whatever that means, but it was a cool comment. Randy, sorry for confusing you with Doug Waite, but those beards and that blonde hair look very similar. And Toby digs the collaboration in Licity's band, and Jimmy says Licity rocks, and Licity loves Mary's song, and we appreciate the love. That is so kind and so beautiful. And we're going to move along right now. Speaking of kind and beautiful, somebody who's very close to all of our hearts and a big part of Divine Rebel music. This is J.J. Shock, and the song is called You Can Get It If You Really Want by Jimmy Cliff.
Okay, let's create a life we really, really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. But you must try, try and try, try and try. You'll succeed at last. Persecution you must bear. Win or lose, you got to get your share. Got your mind set on a dream. You can get it, though hard it may seem now. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. But you must try, try and try, try and try. You'll succeed at last. Rome was not built in a day. Opposition will come your way. But the harder the battle you see, it's the sweeter the victory. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. But you must try, try and try, try and try. You'll succeed at last. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really you must try. Try and try, try and try. You'll succeed at last. You'll succeed at last. You'll succeed at last. You'll succeed at last. You'll succeed at last.
Well, that was JJ Shock, of course, with Dolly Ramirez on backing vocal and Matt Lamea on harmonica. And what a beautiful harmonica part and a great arrangement of that song. And to see them all together out there in the backyard in Van Nuys, where they used to have the Cool House concerts back in the day, and I'm sure we will again. You can check them out, of course, at coolhouseband.com. That's the website, and of course at divinerebelmusic.com to see all of what's going up. And as it came up on the screen soon, I believe on August 18th, they're going to be streaming from Ireland's 32 with some other musicians. So do check that out. And coming up next, I didn't want this guy in the show. I saw the video and I said, look, we can't lower our standard that much. It's a great song, which he didn't write, by the way, but I guess we have to play it. This is Redemption Song by Bob Marley by some idiot named Owen Dara. I might just sit this one.
Old pirates, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ships, just minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. Oh, we forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear of atomic energy. None of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We gotta fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Oh, have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We gotta fulfill the book. But won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption songs, the songs of freedom. Redemption songs, the songs of freedom, the songs of freedom, the songs of freedom.
That was Redemption Song by Bob Marley, sung by Owen Dara, who's actually the host of Songs and Sit Downs. Check it out tomorrow night. Not for him, mind. Check it out for the amazing guests that we will be having on the show. I'll be sitting right here this time tomorrow night. In fact, we're starting at 7 tomorrow night. And check that out. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, Mary Schindler, saying nicely done there. Thank you, Jessica, for sending those hearts. She has to. She has no choice, really. And thank you, Jimmy. That was pretty funny because I'm left-handed, so it looks backwards and I should do the mirror image. I like it. And thank you all. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. And speaking of appreciating people, we're going to cut now to Dolly and JJ, our wondrous leaders over there in Van Nuys, leaders of Divine Rebel Music, working hard behind the scenes. And while we're waiting for them, I also like Nalini's comment about checking in every week or every month. Oh, thank you so much, James. I appreciate it. Checking in every month or every week to see how much longer my hair's getting. I wasn't planning on growing my hair. I had a respectable haircut at the beginning of all of this. And now it's just like, just let it grow. I mean, that's just part of it, right? And we've been putting in our heights. We should actually put in our hair lengths too, so we can get to know each other a little better. This is a fun show. I don't know if we're cutting to Dolly and JJ. That was the plan. But, oh, yes, we are. Hey.
I was waiting for you to finish. I didn't want to be rude.
No, I was just filling time. I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, now I'm talking about my hair? For God's sake, where are you?
We're here. We're here. We will never ditch you.
No, it's good to see you. How are you guys doing?
We're good.
Yeah.
We were just fed dinner. You know, this is like the perfect show. It feels like Ocean View, right? As if we ordered food and sat down. Ocean View is where we used to have our open mic during normal times.
That's right.
Before we were online here. Mm-hmm. But Owen, you're doing such a great job.
Yeah.
Well, thank
guys,
you.
Isn't he doing awesome? He's such a great host.
Well,
we're
thank you,
start
Dolly.
seeing the comments come up.
Nobody's feeding me dinner. So when I hear you're backstage there being fed dinner and just hanging out, and we're all like,
you're being fed hearts. Okay.
Oh, well, that's even better. Thank you, Dolly. No, it's a fun show. I just love seeing everybody's songs and this great variety. Great. And everybody's the featured artist tonight, which is great. Thank you for changing that format. It was a great idea. The show now, instead of being like 14 and a half hours, we got it down to like 2 or 2.5. and everybody is on equal footing, and we're just seeing these great artists do these songs, and the comments are always fun.
I know.
I wish I could get on. I try to get on Facebook during this, but it's like we have, because Jess is on Facebook in the other room. She doesn't want to be hanging around the likes of us. She wants to keep her distance.
How about, since we're on right now and everybody knows that we're doing this, why don't you try while we're on?
Well, no, because it's out of sync.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because we have like a 7-second delay or something in case I say something that Zuckerberg doesn't like. Probably, and he'll shut us down.
And it's true. It's like an 8-second delay, I think, is what it is, and it kind of throws things off. So people watching on YouTube are actually on a different time. They're 8 seconds ahead.
Wow.
On Facebook.
Okay, well, E equals MC squared, so maybe that has something to do with it. I have no clue. Hey, guys, we could chat all friggin' night, and I would love that, but I think our viewers might be like, get the hell on with it. Like, do you have any...
Wait, Jessica said she made dinner.
Oh, I'm so excited. She said that in the comments?
Yes, she did.
Oh, that's good.
You're getting a homemade pizza, buddy.
Pizza! So excited. That's great.
And by the way, so Dr. Bill sent me a message to send to you, and he said, Owen, it's annoying how you make the MC job look so easy and relaxed.
Well, I live to be annoying for Dr. Blues. I achieved that goal. That's the thing. But it's kind of a fun show. I love this whole showcase thing. Yeah. But thank you. Thank you, Dr. Blues, and thank you, Dolly. So we should get to the announcements while we still have viewers.
Yes. People, don't go anywhere, okay? Because we will be right back to the music. And actually, so we just want to, reiterate how much we appreciate everybody helping us, get those subscribers in, the subscriptions in on YouTube. And if you haven't done that, please do it. I'm going to go ahead and post it in the comments once again, both Owen's YouTube page and our YouTube page. it would help us greatly. Again, as he said earlier, once you get to 1,000, you're able to monetize on YouTube, and then we won't have to ask you guys for tips. And thank you, everyone who has been tipping, throughout this whole virtual world this time, because it really helps. We bust our butts to do all this stuff, and we love it, but it's very nice to see that,
I know you were 5'6" when it started. You're down to 5'2". Yeah, I'm sorry, I shouldn't interrupt. People are like, don't interrupt. Let's get back to the
I have no shame in my height.
I know, it's funny. It's cool.
So that was that, But everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Hello. Yeah. And
enjoy.
It's probably our time. Our dinner's here, so I'm going to let you go so we can eat.
Oh, so I can go back to work and you can eat? Well, I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. We will talk to you later. Thank you. We always do enjoy seeing Dolly and JJ. It's kind of a highlight of the show for me. Not that the music isn't, but to actually have interaction and to be able to chat, because as I said, you have a Bowie look. Oh, Toby Simmons said I have a Bowie look. I like that a lot. I just read a Bowie quote actually on Facebook today, because I'm actually a Bowie fan. I almost met him once. This is quite a story. Oh, homemade pizza. There we go. So I was in Japan and I saw Bowie, and then I thought, why don't I just go backstage, try to get backstage at the stadium, because I was a gaijin, basically, a foreigner, so I kind of fit in with the crew a little bit. So as they were loading out the gear and then going back in the back entrance, I just kind of sauntered in with them past security. And then I walk in and I'm backstage. Bowie's band is there. I see some of them walking around, and I see this guy with a folder, and I go up to him and I say, hey man, is Dave around? Like I know him, like as if I know Bowie, right? Hey, is Dave? I don't know what to say. So he goes, no, Dave just took off. And I said, and I had like a demo of my songs. It was a CD, and I had it with me I had this little backpack, because I was really uncool. I was even more uncool back then. And I said, do you mind giving this to Dave, It's not like I'm a big fan, and I have his CDs, maybe he should have mine. So I give it to the guy, and he says, yeah, I'll see him tomorrow. I'll pass it on to him. And I go, oh, wow, imagine if David Bowie listened to my songs. So 2 days later, I get back from work. I'm living in Japan, right? I was teaching English. I got home. There was a message on my answering machine. Now, you remember answer machines, right? It would blink, and I thought nothing. I thought, it's a message from somebody. Maybe it's spam. I press the button, and I'm not making this up. People think I'm making this up. They go, this voice, hello, Owen. This is David Bowie. I listen to your songs. I very much enjoy them. And I was like, I took a step back, and I was like, and it was my friend pranking me. Because I had told him the story about giving the guy my CD and having my phone number on there. And I said, imagine if Bowie called. So he decided to take upon himself to train in an English accent to sound like David Bowie and call me up and leave a message. But for a single moment, for just a single moment, there was a universe in which I thought David Bowie listened to my songs and he enjoyed them. Anyway, I'm still waiting to get that guy back. All right, join us tomorrow night for Songs and Sit-Downs. And as I said, we're not finished yet, but just want to remind you of Songs and Sit-Downs. Tomorrow night, we're going to have Lee Ross, an amazing individual who started as a mime artist. He's a film director and so much more, a comedian. We'll also have the Rose Valley Thorns and from Ojai, and they are such a wonderful band. Bluegrass mainly, but influenced by many other genres, and you'll very much enjoy meeting them and listening to their music. And of course, if you want to be in the Songwriters Showcase, which we're having on Second Sunday next month, do go to divinerebelmusic.com/showcase. And next month's theme is colors. So colors, I don't know what stinker means. Are you talking about me or my friend who called me on the answer machine? Hopefully my friend who called me on the answer machine. So next month's theme is colors. So I don't know, whatever that means to you. If you got a song about colors, if you want to mention colors, it doesn't have to be, but it's a theme that you can fit into if you so choose. And we would appreciate anything that you send. And we're already looking forward to next week. So we're going to move to part 2 now. Part two, the next hour or so, is also fun filled and packed with great music. And we're going to start off with our divine leader who we just met and chatted to. This is Dolly Ramirez with Highway Women by the Highway Women.
I was a highwayman and a mother from my youth. For my children I did what I had to do. My family left Honduras when they killed the Sandinistas and followed a coyote through the dust of Mexico. Every one of them except for me survived, but I am still alive. I was a healer, I was gifted as a girl. I laid hands upon the world. Someone saw me sleeping naked in the noon sun. I heard witchcraft in the whispers and I knew my time had come. The bastards hung me at the Salem gallows hill, but I am living still. I was a freedom rider when we thought the South had won. Virginia in the spring of '61. I sat down on the Greyhound that was bound for Mississippi. My mother asked me if that ride was worth my life. And when the shots rang out, I never heard the sound, but I am still around. And I'll take that ride again and again and again and again and again. I was a preacher, my heart broke for all the world, but teaching wasn't righteous for a girl. In the summer I was baptized in the mighty Colorado. In the winter I heard the hound and I knew I had been found. And in my Savior's name I laid my weapons down, but I am still around. We are the highwaymen, singing stories still untold. We carry the songs you can only hold. We are the daughters of the silent generation. We send our hearts to die alone in foreign nations, and they return to us in tiny drops of rain. But we will still remain, and we'll come back again and again and again and again and again. We'll come back again and again and again and again and again. We'll come back again and again and again and again and again. We'll come back again and again and again and again and again.
Wow, that was that was incredible. I wasn't expecting that. That was a song called Hope by James Ledesma, and I hope I'm saying that right. Ledesma, possibly. And he's creating a band himself at home with different instruments and harmonies. And I believe that song was originally done by Bauhaus. So thank you so much. And of course, before that, we had Dolly Ramirez with High Women, accompanied by her friends JJ Shock, and of course Matt LeMay, I believe, was there too. And as many of you commented, Honey Bunny was there wearing one of Dolly's socks as a sweater. And as one comment just said, Divine Rebel Music, your feet are as big as your body, or something to that effect. It was quite a funny comment, funnier than what I just made it just now. Well, coming up next is another one of our favorites. Oh, and there it is again. Divine Rebel Music, your feet are as big as dogs. That's even better. I told you. Thank you, Glenn Frazier, for that. Coming up now, another one of our favorites who's been commenting, and I know he's tuned in. And he is such a proponent of singer-songwriters, a great singer-songwriter himself. He is the person who has created SongNet and who runs SongNet, and we look forward to that coming back. That's something that I always attended back in the day when we could all get together, and look forward to seeing Jimmy and many other people back at that in the future. But for now, we will see him right here, right now, virtually here on Second Sunday Songwriter Series. This is Jimmy Yamagishi, and the song is called My Latin Heart.
And Avi K, everybody.
Warm summer nights, when the moon is casting shadows, the fire inside begins to come alive. And the rhythm in my soul begins to take control. The beat begins to flow, my Latin heart. From Brazil to Puerto Rico, a small town, Jalisco, the syncopation flowing through my veins. I will never be the same, dancing like a flame. This groove you just can't tame, my Latin heart. Estoy amor la vida, me siento vida, felicidad por vida, mi latino corazón. Estoy amor la vida, me siento vida, felicidad por vida, mi latino corazón. Yeah. Estoy amor la vida, me siento vida, felicidad por vida, mi latino corazón. Estoy amor la vida, me siento viva, felicidad por vida, mi latino corazón. Yeah. From the valley to LA, this groove you just can't tame. Just go ahead and blame your Latin heart, 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 your Latin heart.
Thank you.
our hillsides will grow back, but we won't forget the burning tires and lives and houses that turn black. Now I'm listening to the beating rain, like a million tiny feet, with one eye on the burnt terrain, as rocks and mud flow down my street. God knows we need the rain, though the mudslides might roll through, like loving you has brought this pain. I guess that's Mother Nature too. Trying not to look for you as I drive these rainy streets, 'cause I know with every turn I make is someplace you and I might meet. 'Cause we both live in this ragged town that we choose to call our home, where fire and smoke are as normal now as going home alone. God knows we need the rain, though the mudslides might roll through, like loving you has brought this pain. I guess that's Mother Nature too. So let's raise a glass to Mother Earth and to lovers everywhere, and to families that have lost their homes when disaster strikes somewhere. God knows we need the rain and the skies of brightest blue, 'cause feeling joy and feeling pain, smoke and fire and mud and rain, yeah, feeling joy and feeling pain, that's all Mother Nature too. Yeah, that's all Mother Nature too.
Dale the Duke with Mother Nature, and Dale really a big part of the Southern California music scene, and I believe he leads people in the world of songwriting. He's a teacher also, from what I hear, and also he has taught Nalini at least piano, and she told me that, and I was shocked at how good she got in such a short period of time. So wonderful song there, Dale. Beautiful voice, as one of the comments said. And last month, if you remember, Dale had a more produced video, which was very creative and very interesting. And it's so good to just see him raw there, just him with the piano and the camera. And again, as I said, beautiful song, pertinent for our times, I believe. Mother Nature. And let's hope things improve, as the song alludes to. And before that, of course, we had Jimmy Yamagishi with My Latin Heart, joined by Avi K. Beautiful, beautiful voice on vocals. And Scott commented, I like Scott Memmer's comment where he says, Jimmy Yamagishi is the only guy, something to that effect, who can make $100 guitar sound like $1 million. There it is again. Well, Jimmy, if you can make an actual $100 turn into $1 million, then come over here. I don't care if you're wearing a mask or not. For $100, actually I do. That is irresponsible of me to say. But wear a mask, and if you can turn $100 into $1 million, I got a little job for you, my friend. Just wonderful seeing Jimmy there with Avi K and Dale the Duke. and his original song Mother Nature. Really great couple of songs. And we're going to move along now with somebody who we always enjoy seeing at when we had the open mic at Ocean View. She often attended, and now at our showcase she has submitted a video, and the song is called Happy Dance. This is Cherie Garwood.
Wherever you are around the world, whatever the time or weather, let's open our eyes to a new sunrise. All get happy together. Do the happy dance, do it in the streets. Do a happy dance, barefoot on the beach. A happy, happy dance. People need people as we circle the sun. Greet your neighbor and take their hand. Let's all play and have some fun. Shine joy and love across the land. Do a happy dance, do it in the streets. Do the happy dance, barefoot on the beach. A happy, happy dance.
I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too terribly hard for love to ever last. My heart should be well schooled, for I've been a fool in the past. But still I fall so easily. I fall in love too fast. My heart should be well schooled, 'cause I've been a fool in the past. Still I fall too easily. I fall in love too fast.
Wow, beautiful. That was Tony Aratia. I Fall in Love Too Easily, the song by Chet Baker. A message from Tony is how that take came about. Our friend Michael Pulcino, a fantastic artist, director, and musician, joined Diego and I. So that's Tony and Diego. Diego is Tony's son. He's 13 years of age, and that's him on the drums there in their home studio. What a beautiful job. And he included hashtag one take. They did that apparently in one take, and the interpretive dance was performed by Ellie. What a beautiful piece that they just put together in one take in their home studio. Thank you so much, Tony Aratia and company, for including that. And of course, before that, we had Sherry Garwood, and accompanied by our friend Dr. Blues, who we heard from earlier, William Lieneberg. And always a delight to hear from them. And moving right along now, we have the wonderful Tisa Goodrich, and the song is called The Old Man's Eyes.
Is somebody waiting there at the threshold? There's so many wonders to behold. It's everywhere in the old man's eyes. The secret born of mystery, and I can tell that you're feeling like a face without a name, alive in many ways before the sun goes down. And when you hear the music play and then you don't know what to say, your heart feels the call, but your eyes stay closed, and you find some comfort there. You travel far, you travel wide, in search of love, in search of life. A falling star lights up the night. You see the lights, nowhere to hide. In the old man's eyes. Beyond the dark cave, there's a new beginning. Sometimes it's nice to be alone. I wonder if there is a place for dreaming, a sacred space in mystery. And when we stumble out of time and find a face that has a name, awaken in the night after the sun goes down. And when the music starts to play, you feel the walls just melt away. Your heart feels the call while you're floating down the hall in the glow of a billion dawns. You travel far, you travel wide, in
huddled in a doorway, keeping out of the rain. Almost empty bottle sometimes dulls the pain. He was once a soldier in a far away place, stories written deep on his weathered and dusty face. The old woman on the sidewalk, slowly fading into time, asking every stranger for a nickel or a dime. Could have been a beauty queen, so much to leave behind, when voices stole into her sweet, once gentle mind. But for a twist of fate, could be you or me, wandering back alleys just to find a place to be, safe from the darkness, the madness of the street, hoping against hope to get back on your own 2 feet. Underneath the railroad bridge, a torn and tattered tent, man without his family, hope and money spent. He worked hard his whole life through, was the best he could be. They sent his job across the sea, shuttered up the factory. But for a twist of fate, could be you or me, wandering back alleys just to find a place to be, safe from the darkness, the madness of the street, hoping against hope to get back on your own 2 feet. Hoping against hope to get back on your own 2 feet. Thank you. Thank you.
Not just virtual applause, that was real applause. You remember that? Looked like it was at Coolock's Woodshed, and that was Don Bird, Twist of Fate. Beautiful song, beautiful voice, as Scott just pointed out in his comment. And we hope to hear a lot more of Don in the future. I think that's the first time I've heard Don Bird, and I'm better for it, I've got to admit. Twist of Fate. And before that, of course, we had Tysa Goodrich, and the song was The Old Man's Eyes, another beautiful voice and beautiful song. And we're going to move right along now, and our next person, our next submission, this video, let me warn you, it's long, but it's going to be really good. This is a guy who actually was a guest of our second Sunday Songwriter series when we had featured artists a couple of months ago, and he is in a band called Greg in Good Company, and I believe this is with his band. And what are the chances of this? The first time that we've ever said this is not an open mic, it's a showcase, somebody submits a song called Open Mic. And this is the guy. This is Greg in Good Company. The song is called Open Mic.
Some call 'em losers, others call 'em fools. Some see potential as slow as it moves, waiting all night to sing out their truth, no matter how silly it sounds to them. David's a dentist, Carol sells cars, Stephen drives strangers to and from bars. They'll never see each other outside of this little dive on this Tuesday night. Let's hear it for Jimmy complain. His old lady Tina and Gary Next we got Earl, who's got 10 minutes to tell all the same jokes while we order our food and desperately wait for the next pretty tune at this open mic full of beautiful food. Laugh all you want, but point at yourself. They're out here living while you're by yourself, dreaming of things you'll never do. You're too scared to fail, you're too scared to go. Cause here in the lazy baby and ball, they're gonna play it original song. They're gonna make it a man whispers to a woman he met watching 8 o'clock news, that he wants to ask out if she likes his tune, that he's gonna play at this open mic soon. David the dentist strums his guitar, sings about Carol who just broke his heart. She'll never hear, she's tuned to herself, remembering new lyrics she wrote with his mouth. Street depression every damn night. But he's got a feeling that he'll be alright as long as he's doing this thing that he likes. Deep in the valley at this open mic.
Wow, Greg in good company, led by the wonderful Greg Gilman, and making that happen in lockdown, I would imagine, all in their separate places, very creative. And Greg Gilman actually runs an open mic. I'm not sure if it's happening virtually right now, but certainly he's had experiences in open mics. He's partaken in open mics, and he's also run an open mic. So I imagine that's where the song came from. Wow, very moving and interesting song, and long. But I believe that song actually went for 6 minutes and 13 seconds, which is kind of against the rules, but it slipped in this time. I don't think we're going to have anything over 5 minutes because what happens is, well, the song is long for one thing, but also the blurriness, I think, was as a result of not being able to upload something that big and keeping the quality. So, but anyway, thank you so much, Greg Gilman and the band Greg and Good Company, for that song, Open Mic. That really was wonderful. And next up, we have somebody who is tuned in, and Greg is tuned in. Good to see you there, Greg. Thank you so much. Scott is tuned in, and I know this because he's been commenting and he's been making us laugh. And I think the last comment that I saw come up, and I only saw a quick glimpse of it, but I think it was something to the effect of when he said Jimmy was the only guy who could make $100 guitar sound like $1 million guitar. And then I think Scott also posted, and I hope I get this right, even better, there it is, I can make a $5,000 Martin sound like $100. Cracks me up. A great songwriter too, Scott, and I think actually he may be doing a workshop in the near future, at least we're hoping he will, about writing lyrics, because Scott is actually an English professor, and of course a lot goes into the poetic mechanics of writing lyrics. So I hope that Scott will lead us in that, so keep an eye out for that. If it happens, we'll certainly be announcing it, and I'll certainly be partaking in it too, as a student, because I would love to learn from Scott. But we are now about to hear from Scott, and this is Scott Memmer, and the song is called I Ain't Never Seen a Monster Like You Before.
So all my songs start the same, so I got it down. I got the Loch Ness Monster at a picture show. Saw Bigfoot do a quick dose of dough. I seen all them creeps, but don't I know I ain't never seen a monster like you before. I saw E.T. cruising Area 51. Says I got a phone home, he's a son of a gun. Looks funny when he walks and funny when he runs. Took off in a spaceship, now he's headed for the sun. Scary monsters running all around my brain. Is that on Gorefester? Yes it is, and the whole Addams Family gang. I said a wolfman banging on my cellar door. Says I stole his razor, wants to even the score. But I've been trying for years to keep the wolf from the door. Besides, you're the only kind of monster I abhor. I ain't never seen a monster like you before. Little guitar. Crowd
cried for more. Better give him more. Give a round of applause. He's so good. I'm so bad. I saw Zipperneck Frankie on Rodeo Drive, strolling out of Tiffany about 4:45. He says, in the city of angels, I'm just trying to stay alive, but I'm sick and tired of all the Frankenstein jive. Dracula kissed me, said he wanted a neck. Took him to court, Your Honor, I object. Drove straight through his heart and made him come correct. Now that's the only kind of staking I respect. Here he goes. That's Uncle Fester, and there's a whole Adams Family gang. How you doing, Lurch? I said a wolfman banging at the cellar door. Says I stole his razor once to even the score. But I've been trying for years to keep the wolf from the door. Besides, you're the only kind of monster I deplore. They ain't never seen a monster like you before. Something like that.
Well, I'm going to do another new song tonight. It's called Anyone Can Write a Love Song. When you write down the words, it makes you feel better. When you write down the words, it makes you forget all those lonely nights. All those lonely nights. You get up in the morning, it feels different somehow. Everything's greener, greener right now. The first kiss feels different and good. It's not hard, it's not tough. Just write down your feelings and know they're enough. Anyone can write a love song. Anyone can write it down. Anyone can write a love song if they have a heart. You check in the mirror and you look in your eyes. You know they look bluer than you realize. You're in love. Oh, you're in love. Love songs are feelings put into words. The heart remembers and never forgets. You're in love. You're in love. It's not hard. It's not tough. Just write down your feelings and know it's enough. Anyone can write a love song. Anyone can write it down. Anyone can write a love song if they have a heart. When it's right, it's really right. You stay up all night, high on that feeling good. Anyone can write a love song. Anyone can write it down. Anyone can write a love song if say have a heart, but you kinda have a heart. A heart.
Wow. Catherine Beck. Anyone can write a love song, which is not true, Catherine, by the way, at least not as good as that. That was absolutely beautiful. Catherine Beck, of course, was a featured artist with Divine Rebel Music in our second Sunday Songwriter series. A couple of months back, she also performed out in Ocean View back in the day when we were doing it out there. And of course, before that, we had Scott Memmer, as I said. When I saw that song title, I Ain't Never Seen a Monster Like You Before, did he write a song about me? I thought to myself, of course, making the audience laugh there as he always does. And speaking of making laugh, he's going to actually, I'm told now that this workshop is actually happening and it's going to happen in mid-September. And if you want to check it out, you can message Scott on Facebook if you want to be part of it. I know that I certainly do. I'm certainly going to sign up for that. Scott, a very erudite writer, college professor, and basically great lyricist. If you know Scott's songs, you know that there's really something to learn from him, and I'm just happy that he's going to do a workshop and he's going to include whoever messages him on Facebook. So it's going to be in the comments, so go ahead and message him. And thank you so much, Scott, and thank you, Catherine. Now, coming up next, we have another friend of mine, a guy. Okay. Coming up next is Strudel. This is our dog Strudel, who upstages pretty much everybody. Now, Dolly had Honey Bunny in the background there with a sock, and this is Strudel with his brand new haircut. He's the only one basically in our whole street, I think, and in our whole circle that gets to get a haircut, because we get to drop him off. Jess dropped him off today. They take him, they do this beautiful job, make him all furry and fluffy and smell nice, and then he comes back, while the rest of us just have our hair out of control. Oh, that's all right. Well, I just threw him on the floor there. No, he just hopped down from the bench. He's fine. He's fine. So anyway, I want to apologize to my friend Randy Miller, because you've been upstage before you even start. So Randy, who I know is tuned in, and sorry that I got you confused with Doug, because I saw the beard and the blonde hair and the whole thing going on, and I said from a distance it looks like Randy, because that small Facebook little, that's small on my screen, it's very small, and so that's my excuse. But anyway, Randy, who's a friend of mine, he's got one of the most beautiful pure voices and great sounding guitar. He's got this Martin D35, I believe. And first time I heard Randy perform, I can't remember how many years ago it was, probably 3, maybe even 4 years ago. I was just super impressed, and each time I hear him now, I'm just like, wow, that is... And I don't know how he's Tom Waits' cousin, because he is Tom Waits' first cousin, but you hear the purity of his voice, not to take from Tom Waits' voice, because it's amazing, but you hear those voices together and you go, they're not even from the same planet. Anyway, you'll see what I mean if you haven't heard Randy before. This is Randy Miller, and the song is called My Father's House, and it's by Bruce Springsteen.
Last night I dreamed that I was a child, out where the pines grow wild and tall. I was trying to make it home through the forest before the darkness falls. I heard the wind rustling through the trees, and ghostly voices rose rose from the fields, I ran with my heart pounding down that broken path, with the devil scratching at my heels. I broke through the trees and there in the night, my father's house stood shining hard and bright. The branches and brambles tore my clothes, scratched my arms, but I ran till I fell, shaking in his arms. I awoke and imagined the hard things that pulled us apart. We'll never again, sir, tear us from each other's hearts. I got dressed and to that house I did ride. From out on the road I could see its windows shining in light. I walked up the steps and stood on the porch. A woman I didn't recognize came and spoke to me through a chain door. I told her my story and who I'd come for. She said, I'm sorry, son, no one by that name lives here anymore. My father's house shines hard and bright. It stands like a beacon, calling me in the night, calling and calling, so cold and alone. Shining across this dark highway where our sins lie unatoned.
Thank you so much, Randy. Great as always, and the comment made me laugh that your buddy, Mr. Waite, Douglas Waits, just put up there. I've known Randy since we both had dark hair. And then another comment that came up by Mr. Fraser, I believe, said, wow, that's a long time. We're just having fun here tonight. Thank you for sticking with us. And really beautiful, as Douglas said. Beautiful, Randy. Can't wait until I hear you live once again. You're welcome to play in my front yard. Well, that's an invite. Give us your address, Douglas. We'll all be over. Okay. And of course, that was My Father's House by Bruce Springsteen, sung by the wonderful Randy Miller. And before that, we had Anyone Can Write a Love Song by Catherine Beck. And Catherine should know that not anyone, very few people, can write a love song that beautiful. Coming up next, moving right along. We just have a couple more to go, and you're going to enjoy this as we always enjoy. Pi Jacobs, the song is called Broken Cup.
I got a good one. Days of bliss and a wonder. There's no earthly reason for my dumb luck, so I pour it all out on my broken cup. I am versed in all the ways of goodbye. Divorce, whiskey, legal problems, cheaters' lies. Oh, I'm a pro at what not to do. I did it so well till I met you. I got a good one. Days of bliss and a wonder. There's no earthly reason for my dumb luck, so I pour it all out of my broken cup. Now I know all the ways to run and hide. I know how to leave before you say goodbye. Oh, I got skills to deal with the cheating kind, but a man like you requires a new state of mind. You disarm me with your kindness in the night. Oh, sing me such a sweet tune that I know everything will be fine. I got a good one. Days of bliss, nights of wonder. There's no earthly reason for my dumb luck, so I pour it all out of my broken cup. All out on my broken cup. All out on my broken cup.
This is a song I wrote called Let the Rain Come. It expresses the feeling that when you are very, very far down, you need to keep on, keep marching, because the only way out is up. Let the rain come, and let it soak things that I own. Let those dark I'll see another storm. You know I will. I used to get so down, afraid I might drown. But in the end I found waters left in me. So let the rain come and let it wash the shambles light. Let those cold winds block the sun from my sky. Worst time I've never seen, but my eyes rinse clean, and I'll see another storm. So let the rain come, just let the rain come, let the rain come, oh, let the rain come. I used to get so down, afraid I might drown. But in the end I found waters left in me.
Thank you, Terry Oakey. Wow. Let the Rain Come. Thank you so much. And as Carol MacArthur commented during that song, says that Terry looks like a young Ed O'Neill and sings like an angel. I love it. Thank you, Carol, for that comment. And of course, before that, we had Pi Jacobs with beautiful song, beautiful performance of Broken Cop. Well, we are messaging we are near the end, and a message, I should say, just from Terry that he sent in is just hunker down during the pandemic making music. And what a great way to spend your pandemic if you have to spend it, which we do. And another great way is hanging out with us tonight, and we really do appreciate your being here. Without you, it really wouldn't be an event. It would just be us wondering if anybody's watching. But your comments and the fact that you're tuned in and that you're with us, we really do appreciate it. And if you would like to join us, and please do, for our next Second Sunday Songwriter Series, a showcase as we're calling it now, September 13th, and that's going to be from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. So that's a month from now, second Sunday. If you would like to submit a video for the next monthly showcase, please go to divinerebelmusic.com/showcase, and you will find all the information there. As we said earlier, we welcome everything. If you're a singer-songwriter and you want to submit one of your original songs with you singing it, fantastic. If you want to do a cover, as many of us did tonight, absolutely delighted to have that also. So please do join us next month, as we said, the second Sunday of September. And the theme for that one is colors. So I'm not sure what that means, whatever it means to you. I thought maybe I would do an Irish song called 40 Shades of Green, because it's got green in there, that's the color. It is an Irish song, but it was actually written by Johnny Cash, but very, very famous in Ireland. That's just one idea. We'll probably get a lot of people singing about blues, you know, they got the blues. I don't know what other colors, gray is my sky. I don't know, anything that's got to do, even if it mentions a color in the song, that'll do. And if not, that's fine too. We absolutely accept anything. We're just kind of trying out some themes now just to see what happens. Also, please join us tomorrow night for Songs and Sit Downs. It's going to start at 7 p.m. and we got wonderful guests tomorrow night. I'm hosting as I do every week. I always look forward to that. Tomorrow night, I'm very much looking forward to meeting our guest, Lee Ross, who started off as a mime artist. He worked his way through the ranks as a comedian. He became a filmmaker, a screenwriter. He had a film that opened at Sundance starring Maria Bello. And he's just a really interesting guy. Cirque du Soleil, he played one of the leads in Cirque du Soleil for 3 years. He toured with them. And so great stories. And we'll have the Rose Valley Thorns, who, if you haven't seen them, let me guarantee you, you will love their music and their energy. Couple of young guys, 2 brothers, Jared and Joshua, they're going to be joining us. They're not going to have their bass player, Corey, I think probably because of social distancing. It'll just be the 2 brothers, but they are 2/3 and the center of this band, so it really will be wonderful to have them. We want to thank you again most kindly for being with us tonight. And as we always say, tips are appreciated, but not mandatory. So if you're not in a position to tip, that's absolutely fine. If you are, that's absolutely fine. And thank you so much for all of your comments and for all of your presence. And Randy, thank you for that comment there. And as it says on the screen, thank you for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for Songs and Sit Downs, if you can make it. And if not, we're doing that. Yeah, let's hear it for Owen. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. When I see comments like that, I'm like, the show has to end. I have to get off the screen right now. Thank you, Dolly and JJ. Thank you, everybody who submitted videos. We will see you next time. All the best. Thank you so much. Have a great night.